Hi, Tabu. I'm here with you for another poetry edition slash karaoke, but it's a cappella. So anyways, I stumbled across a really cute little ditty that was from 1947 called I'm My Own Grandpa, and I thought, you know what, this is so cute. It's about a really mixed up family tree, and I decided to add a little bit to it and make it my own. So here goes. My twisted tale goes beyond 23andMe. So you see, I've got a complicated family tree. My granddad shared his story when I was just a lass. Now please don't get offended if his revelations crass. It started many years ago when he was 23. He got married to a widow who was as pretty as could be. This widow had a grown-up daughter, and she had hair of red. And his father fell in love with her, and soon those two were wed. This made his dad his son-in-law, and changed his very life. His daughter, now his mother, 'cause she was his father's wife. To complicate the matters, even though it brought him joy, he soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. This little baby was a BIL to dad, which made him Pappy's uncle, and made my granddad sad. For he was his uncle, he was also then the brother of the widow's grown-up daughter, who was also his stepmother. I looked at him and said, if this story's true, then you're your own grandpa, so what am I to you? He said, now don't you worry about that, my child, my story isn't done. It carries on with you, and you've only just begun. His father's wife then had a son that kept him on the run. He soon became my grandchild, for he was my daughter's son. His wife was his mother's mother, and that made him kind of blue, because although she was his wife, she was his grandma too. I searched for a joking smile upon my grandpa's face, but solemn concentration was standing in his place, shamefully battling my inner disbelief. Somehow my family tree was more like a Christmas wreath, with branches back around one another. Somehow my grandpa was married to his own grandmother. So if his wife's his grandma, then he'd be her grandchild. And every time I think about it, the madness drives me wild. For my family is the strangest case you ever saw. As husband to his grandma, he was his own grandpa. He was his own grandpa. He was his own grandpa. I know it sounds so funny, but it really is true. He was his own grandpa, and he's mine too.